create your extra newsletter and show you how to go get your articles to put them in, how to format your pages, and how to modify different things like clip art, page margins, font colors, things like that. So once again, you're going to open a new Pages document, and you're just going to choose one of the templates. You're going to choose this blank template that stands up and down just like this. And you're going to start out by centering your title, and you want to come up with some sort of catchy title for your newsletter. So maybe you want to go with the plain old extra, maybe you want to do something fancy like Finn's Class News, or something else that's fitting for what you're doing. You probably want to make the title larger, and you probably want to use some sort of fun font. Maybe you even want to make it a special color. I like purple. When you're finished, you want to enter down, and then you want to align over here to your right. You had been aligned to the center. You know, align to the right. Probably decrease your font size back down a little bit. And here's where you're going to insert a date for your newsletter. For example, maybe we just do October 2013. If you want to be more specific, that's fine. Maybe you want to use a different color of font here or a different style of font. So maybe I wanted that to be a different color, and maybe I want that to be more of a block font. I'm going to go down a couple spaces, align back to the left-hand side, and I also want to insert a shape. So I'm going to find Shapes. I'm going to put a line underneath. I'm going to drag the line to where I want it, but oh my goodness, that's doing some funky things. That's where I can use my inspector. I'm going to click on the tab that has to do with your graphics. Let's just teasing. I want to do this one right here that has to do with graphics. I want mine to float and not cause wrap. So that's going to allow me to plop it right in here where I want it. Make it larger or longer. Notice it's showing me what angle that's at, so I need to get mine at a 0 angle so that it's not crooked. Again, with this, I can change the color of my line. Let's pick a nice little yellow. I could pick what it looks like. I can make it look like a marker mark or barbed wire or maybe a dashed line, and I can also increase and decrease the font size of it. I also forgot the step where I need to decrease the margins. So that's this first button in the inspector. I'm only changing the document margins, not anything else. I'm going to decrease all the document margins to 0.5. That might mean I have to fix my line. Once I'm back down here, you can see my cursor's right here. Now I'm going to go up to Insert, Layout Break, and that's the spot where I can either use my inspector to do columns this way, or I can also do columns this way as well. Now, no matter what articles I put in, they're going to format themselves in columns. So now I can go back to Edmodo. I can find articles that other folks shared. If Edmodo wants to cooperate, I can find articles that other folks shared. All right, well, let's say that this was my article, this that I had right here. After I'd opened it up from Edmodo, I can copy it, and then I can start to paste it in here. Probably I'm going to have some sort of title of the article up here and who it's by I can then start to paste articles in. As I continue and paste other people's articles in, you can see this is going to continue to go into columns as I put it in. You probably want to set your title apart a little bit from the rest of your article by making it bigger. You probably want the person's name. Maybe you want to do something like give that italics if that's possible, or make it a little bit smaller. You can set your article apart. Each of your articles should be set apart in that way. And then you're going to go to inserting clip art. And I think I'll wait and I'll do that in a different video. Your job is to put in at least 5 articles and 1 important dates section. So after you put in your articles, you're going to want to come down and put in important dates. You can use the school calendar to come up with your important dates. You can find that by going to the Knoxville webpage, looking for district calendar, and then it will show you by month. So for example, if I went to October, you can look down and see an important date might have been that there's conferences and an early out on the 23rd, the 24th, no school on the 25th. Maybe you even want to add Beggars Night. So important dates, October 23rd, no school or early out for conferences. And maybe you don't want that to be quite so big. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to insert clip art.